Retirement is supposed to be your victory lap, right? You worked your whole life, saved what you could, and now it's time to relax with a drink by the beach. But hold on, what if your golden years turn into a financial nightmare? What if instead of enjoying freedom, you're stuck paying outrageous bills? Some states out there see retirees as walking piggy banks. They'll drain your savings with sky-high housing costs, absurd everyday expenses, and taxes that just won't quit. Think your nest egg will last? Not in these places. Imagine working for decades only to watch your money vanish faster than you can say, early bird special. In this video, we're breaking down the 12 worst states to retire in, ranked from bad to you've got to be kidding me. Which state will shock you the most? Could it be where you live right now? So grab your wallet, buckle up, and let's dive in. But before we start, do me a quick favor, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss future videos. Alaska, the land of snow, bears, and prices so high, they make New York City feel like a bargain bin. Sure, there's no state income tax, but that's just the bait. Once you're settled, reality hits like a snowstorm. Housing isn't cheap. The median home runs around $360,000, but the real shock comes with utilities, about 52% higher than the national average. Why? Because keeping warm in sub-zero winters is like burning stacks of cash just to survive. Groceries? Even worse. Everyday basics cost 31% more than in the lower 48. A gallon of milk can cost more than a fancy latte in Seattle. And fresh produce feels like a luxury import. With most food flown or shipped in, you'll quickly question whether eating is optional. Driving isn't much better. Car insurance averages $1,400 a year. But icy roads, moose dodging, and endless repairs drain the wallet fast. And in Anchorage, parking is practically a myth. When you find it, it's outrageously priced. To live comfortably, you'll need about $85,000 a year and a knack for DIY repairs and bargain hunting. Stunning as it is, Alaska is that friend who's fun to hang with but never pays their share of the bill. At number 11, we have Vermont, the state that taxes your charm. On the surface, it's a Hallmark movie. Rolling hills, maple syrup, covered bridges, and postcard barns. But living there, it's less snow globe fantasy and more wallet-draining reality. Housing isn't cheap. The median home price hovers around $420,000. And while that sounds decent compared to Boston or New York, you're usually getting a drafty, charming house with heating bills that could break you. Vermont winters are brutal, and heating costs can climb into the thousands. Hope you enjoy layering sweaters indoors. Renting isn't a bargain either. A one-bedroom runs about $1,800, which feels worse when you're still shoveling snow to reach your mailbox. Then there's property tax, averaging 1.86%, or about $7,800 a year on a median home. Retirement income? Taxed. Pensions? Taxed. IRAs? Also taxed. Vermont never misses its cut. Even everyday living piles on costs. Burlington, the big city, charges ridiculous parking fees for a downtown you can cross in 15 minutes. Car insurance is about $1,200, but factor in icy roads, snow tires, and wildlife surprises, and it adds up fast. To live comfortably, expect to need $90,000 a year. Vermont may be charming, but financially, it's more slap than hug. Illinois at number 10, the sneaky tax trap. This state whispers affordability with a median home price of about $289,000, then blindsides you with a 2.27% property tax, one of the nation's highest. That's roughly $6,500 a year just for owning a home. Basically, a second mortgage that goes straight to the state. Think renting will save you? Not in Chicago, where a one-bedroom averages $2,198. And good luck with parking. Meter prices feel like you're paying to leave your car outside Buckingham Palace. Retirement doesn't bring relief either. Illinois taxes it all. Pensions, 401ks, IRAs, you name it. Save for decades and the state still wants a cut. Car insurance isn't much better at $1,400 annually, while traffic fines in Chicago hit like a mugging. Roll through a stop sign or park in the wrong spot. And you're basically funding the city's pothole repairs. To live comfortably here, you'll need at least $95,000 a year. Illinois may have charm, but financially, it's that poker player smiling while he rakes in your chips. Maryland is a crab cake that costs too much. Home of Chesapeake Bay crab cakes, Maryland will make your head spin with prices. Here, you don't just pay for the crab cake, you pay for the plate, the fork, and even the air you breathe while eating it. Living here isn't just expensive, it's a financial endurance test. Housing is brutal. The median home is $447,000, and near DC, prices soar into another stratosphere. Renting isn't easier. A one-bedroom averages $1,600 a month, if you're lucky enough to find one without offering a firstborn as collateral. Parking? In Annapolis or DC, it's almost comical. One wrong move and your car's towed, costing a week's groceries to retrieve. Retirees get no breaks. Maryland taxes retirement income at 5.75%, claiming a slice of your 401k. Utilities and groceries are pricier than neighboring states. And car insurance averages $1,900 annually. Traffic? Soul-sucking gridlock that makes every commute feel like punishment. To live comfortably, you'll need about $97,000 a year, and that's without splurging on dining or fun. Maryland has charm, sure, but financially, it's more sucker punch than soft hug. Connecticut, also known financial black hole, the land of hedge funds, yachts, and relentless taxes, it's a state where retirees' savings vanish faster than a magician at a kid's birthday party. Connecticut may feel like a gated community for the ultra-wealthy, but they're happy to let you in, as long as you're okay with being broke by next Tuesday. Housing is brutal. The median home costs about $436,000, 23% above the national average. For that, don't expect a waterfront mansion. A roof that doesn't leak is a victory. Property taxes average 2.14%, roughly $9,300 a year, and winter heating bills can be shocking. Renting isn't much better. A one-bedroom runs about $1,600 a month. Retirement income isn't safe either. Connecticut taxes most pensions, 401ks, and even Social Security above certain thresholds. Utilities are among the highest in the nation. And parking downtown can feel like a mini New York tax. Public transportation won't save you, so either invest in a bike or pay dearly. To live comfortably, plan on around $105,000 a year, and that's without splurging on vacations or dining out. Connecticut may be beautiful, but financially, it's quicksand. Easy to step in, nearly impossible to escape. Minnesota may charm you with its lakes, friendly people, and vibrant seasons, but for retirees, it's a financial frostbite waiting to happen. The state taxes Social Security income, yes, the money you've already paid taxes on, and doesn't spare your pension or 401k either. The median home price is around $370,000 to $371,500, but it's the hidden costs that sting. Winters are brutal, and heating bills soar. Utilities run nearly 20% higher than the national average, especially during those negative 20-degree Fahrenheits. Groceries aren't much better. Supply issues and long winters drive prices up, with staples like milk and eggs often costing well above average. Car insurance sits around $1,500 per year, but snow tires, salt damage, and constant repairs add up quickly. To retire comfortably in Minnesota, expect to need over $65,000 and $70,000 annually, and a tolerance for ICE, taxes, and sticker shock. New Jersey, the Garden State of gouging. Sure, it's home to diners, Bruce Springsteen, and the occasional scenic shore. But for retirees, it's mostly financial despair. The only thing growing here is your credit card debt. Housing is brutal. The median home costs $550,000 plus, often needing repairs after the first nor'easter. Renting isn't easier. A one-bedroom runs about $2,200 a month. And don't expect a Manhattan skyline view. Sometimes it's just a Wawa parking lot. Property taxes average 2.21%, the highest in the nation, meaning over $12,000 a year for a median home. It's like the state is holding your house hostage. Retirement income isn't safe either. New Jersey taxes 401ks and pensions, taking a big bite out of your savings. Utilities and groceries are pricey, and eating out is rarely budget-friendly. Car insurance averages $1,900 annually, and driving is a pay-to-play game of tolls everywhere. To live comfortably, retirees need roughly $115,000 a year, and that's without splurging on a day at the shore or a Taylor ham sandwich. New Jersey may have Springsteen, but financially, it's a bad song on repeat, born to pay taxes. Oregon, the quirky money pit. Land of craft beer, towering trees, and people who treat kayaks like personality traits. It looks like a postcard, but living here comes with a price tag that'll make you cry into your overpriced kombucha. The housing crisis is out of control. The median home price is $523,000 statewide. And in Portland, homes are either falling apart or so modern they feel unfinished. $500,000 or more. Renting isn't much better. A one-bedroom runs about $1,700 a month, leaving little for groceries beyond instant ramen. Oregon has no sales tax, a point locals love to brag about, but income taxes make up for it, up to nearly 10% of your retirement income gone before you blink. Car insurance averages $1,200 annually, but roads are flooded, full of potholes or clogged with tourists chasing breweries. Traffic fines and parking in Portland are brutal, and public transit brings delays and pan flute players. To live comfortably, retirees need roughly $120,000 a year, and that's without splurging on local organic food or keeping up with quirky neighbors' vintage bike collections. Oregon is stunning, yes, but financially it's a black hole. Without deep pockets, you'll spend more time stressing about money than admiring Mount Hood. Massachusetts, the land of wicked high prices, home of clam chowder, Red Sox fandom, and costs that make you exclaim, "Are you kidding me?" Living here isn't just expensive. It's like the state sees your wallet and says, we could take more. Housing is brutal. The median home price is $623,000 statewide, and in Boston, it jumps to $747,000 for a three-bedroom house built in 1912 that probably needs new plumbing. Renting isn't much better. A one-bedroom in Boston costs around $2,900 a month, and cheaper towns like Worcester still demand hefty commutes on the Mass Pike. Taxes bite too. Massachusetts taxes most retirement income at 5%, and property taxes are enough to make you question homeownership. Car insurance averages $1,800 annually, thanks to roads that feel like they haven't been repaved since Paul Revere rode through. Boston parking? A nightmare near Fenway, costing more than game tickets. Food isn't cheap either. A lobster roll can run $30, and eating out often will require serious budgeting. To live comfortably, you'll need about $130,000 a year, and that's assuming minimal splurges. Massachusetts may be wicked smart, but financially, it's just wicked. Washington may not tax income, but don't let that fool you. It still finds creative ways to drain your retirement savings. The real hit comes from the cost of living. which soars above the national average, especially in major cities like Seattle. The median home price in Washington is around $650,000 to $690,000, nearly double the US average. In Seattle, that number pushes closer to $800,000. And that's for a modest home, not a waterfront dream. Property taxes may seem reasonable at 0.93%, but when your home costs a fortune, even that adds up fast. Renting isn't a bargain either. A one-bedroom apartment averages $2,000 per month, and that's if you're lucky. Utilities and groceries are inflated too, thanks to the high transportation costs and demand. While retirement income isn't taxed, sales tax is steep, hitting nearly 10%. Add in costly healthcare and gas prices, and retirees quickly feel the squeeze. To live comfortably, budget at least $110,000 annually, and bring an umbrella for your wallet. California, the land of dreams and debt. Sunshine, palm trees, and a bank account that cries every month. Housing is brutal. The median home price is nearly $940,000. And don't expect a view of the Hollywood sign. You're lucky if your neighbor's bathroom window isn't 5 feet from your kitchen sink. Renting isn't much better. A one-bedroom in LA runs $2,700 plus, and in San Francisco, $3,500, just to dodge tech bros and startup CEOs on your way to coffee. Taxes are punishing. California hits retirement income at 13.3%, the highest in the nation. 401ks, pensions, even couch change. They want it all. Car insurance averages $2,100 annually, and rush hour on the 405 feels like a full-time job. Gas prices, utilities, and groceries add insult to injury. Eggs, milk, and bread cost like boutique items, and keeping your house at a comfortable temperature. Forget it. Summer roasts, winter freezes. To live comfortably, plan on at least $148,000 annually. Forget vacations, avocado toast, or luxury. Unless you're in the top 1%, California isn't a dream. It's a financial Hollywood horror show. Hawaii may look like a dream with its stunning sunsets and aloha spirit, but for retirees, it can be a financial nightmare. The median home price statewide is around $800,000, and in Honolulu, it's closer to $1 million for modest homes, not beachfront estates. Renting isn't any better, with one-bedroom apartments averaging $2,200 per month. Everyday expenses are sky high. Since everything must be shipped in, groceries cost around 50% more than on the mainland. A gallon of milk can cost up to $7, and even local pineapples aren't cheap. Utilities? Brace yourself. Running air conditioning during Hawaii's humid summers can drive your electric bill through the roof. Car insurance averages $1,600 annually, and the salty air doesn't help vehicle maintenance. Taxes are another punch. Hawaii taxes pensions, 401ks, and other retirement income. To live comfortably here, you'd need at least $176,000 annually. That's without splurging on travel between islands or dining out. Hawaii might be postcard perfect, but for most retirees, it's a financial sinkhole. Unless you've got a hefty trust fund or lottery winnings, retiring in paradise may leave you broke. Think twice before choosing Hawaii as your golden years destination. So there you have it, 12 states that'll chew through your retirement savings like termites through a wooden deck. From Alaska's frozen bills to Hawaii's tropical price tag, these states are financial traps in disguise. But don't worry, we're not all doom and gloom here. If you want to know the 10 states that won't rob retirees blind, make sure to check out my next video.